I had to have 70 fights or 150 fights, 300 fights. Did I not beat the most world champions?
Yes, you did.
Okay. And in the least amount of fights?
Yes, you did.
Who got the highest gate?
Floyd Mayweather.
Who made the most money?
You did.
Who was the most accurate fighter of all time?
You were.
So it's basically saying that
After stunning the world by beating Canelo Alvarez, Terence "Bud" Crawford directly challenged Floyd Mayweather, saying he could elevate Floyd's legacy, not his records or wealth, but what he leaves behind. Known for guarding his reputation, Floyd responded firmly, downplaying Bud's win and reminding everyone why he calls himself the greatest ever. This isn't just about one fight, it's about boxing history. Crawford now holds the pound-for-pound top spot, while Floyd remains unbeaten with unmatched pay-per-view success and global fame, setting the stage for a clash of legacies.
Or Mayweather?
I think Crawford is better, bigger. He's actually he moved in weight class, and I would say Crawford is a better fight all around fighter. Mayweather is really good too, though. You can't knock him as well. He's very talented. It would have been a tough fight, but I think Crawford would have the edge over Mayweather because of the long arms and because he's bigger. You know what I'm saying? And he would have kept him at bay. It would have been hard for Mayweather to counter, maybe. But Mayweather's definitely a technician. I mean, like Crawford said, Mayweather has his era, and Crawford, this is...
Go back to Vegas and you'll see why Crawford made that bold statement after facing Canelo Alvarez on September 13th. Despite being 2 weight classes lighter and widely expected to lose, Crawford outboxed Canelo, neutralized his power, and landed the harder punches. That win made him the first fighter ever to stay undefeated across 3 different weight classes.
You said something about what fighters go through, and you've seen enough guys that the game is taken from. It's a hard game to get through. Can you get a better ending than tonight? I mean, really?
Not at all. Not at all. This is the top of the top. Canelo is, an all-time great. Like I said before, he's the last one.
He was the A side of the age.
There's no more Canelos.
So,
there's no more. So when you look around, you say, I'm the Canelo. I'm the face of boxing now. And I'm the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world, like I always been.
It wasn't just a win, it was history, a triumph that shifts the conversation and changes the way people see boxing.
But when he was too fast, his feet, footwork was too good.
Do you think the scores was right on, or do you think maybe it was a little more towards Bud?
What was the scorecards?
115, 113, 116, 112.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah?
I feel like Bud damn near basically won every round, so
yeah.
Honestly. But yeah, that's about right. You can say that.
Now, with this accomplishment, Keyshawn, is he on the Mount Rushmore of boxers?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah?
3-time undisputed. He just beat Canelo.
Yeah.
The face of boxing. So now you can say Bud is the face of boxing.
Greatest of all time, or?
Greatest of all time.
Yeah.
I don't feel like it can never be one great, but he definitely one of the greatest of all time.
Fans weren't just praising Bud as the best across weight classes. They were questioning if he might be better than Floyd. That's when tensions heated up. Floyd built his brand on being unbeatable, and Money Mayweather had the perfect image. But Crawford's undeniable skill is now challenging Floyd's legacy.
Arguably one of the greatest of all time, right?
What are we rating ourselves on? What are we rating on?
Okay.
Well, we want to know. In the least amount of fights, I didn't have to have 70 fights or 150 fights, 300 fights. Did I not beat the most world champions?
Yes, you did.
Okay. And in the least amount of fights?
Yes, you did.
Who got the highest gate?
Floyd Mayweather.
Who made the most money?
You did.
Who was the most accurate fighter of all time?
You were.
So it's basically saying that...
The greatest of all time.
Okay.
That's why Crawford spoke boldly, claiming he could elevate Floyd's legacy with an asterisk. He wasn't just aiming for a fight. He was challenging the story Floyd had crafted for decades. Crawford's message was about changing the narrative, as Floyd had always controlled his career, choosing when to face Pacquiao, De La Hoya, and even Canelo at his prime, leaving fans with no reason to doubt him until now.
On the shoulder roll, and not knocking the guys that paved the way. And I want to come on record and say, I'm appreciative for guys like Sugar Ray Robinson and Muhammad Ali and Sugar Ray Leonard. So many guys that paved the way for me. But there's only one Floyd Mayweather. These fighters are not better than me. You look at the numbers, they say, oh, Canelo may end up beating more world champions than Floyd Mayweather. Wait, he should? With almost, 80 and 90 fights, he should? I beat more world champions than any fighter in history. I'm 50-0, but
Crawford isn't like the rest. For him, greatness means proving it every time. He didn't wait for Spence to fade, he beat him at his best. And against Canelo, he didn't face a declining fighter. Canelo was the reigning super middleweight king, and Bud defeated him at the very peak of his career.
First of all,
it feels good, man. You know what I'm saying? I've been this training before, so
yeah, it's good.
it's a no-brainer.
Of course, congratulations on the win. What's your first reactions to Crawford's victory? One of the greats of this era, right?
Oh, definitely that. You know that.
What do you want to see him do now?
What I want to do now?
What do you want to see Crawford do next?
Do what he at this point now in his career where he could do whatever he wanted to do.
Who would you like to see him fight? Any names? Is there any names in particular you'd like to see?
It doesn't matter.
What about Canelo? Would you like to see him retire?
I don't. Canelo's not my responsibility.
Bud's message was clear. He's willing to take risks that others, including Floyd, never did, and that's what will define how their legacies are remembered.
Afterward, is it that you just realized everything that you achieved, the moment just hit you then?
Yeah, for sure. Like, it's just, the history, behind the sport is just everything that, I trained for my whole life. It all was, coming out that one night. That was all paying off. You have a lot of people that, adopted this narrative that Terence Crawford can't sell, Terence Crawford is not marketable, and they push the narrative to the public, and that's all people write about. Oh, Terence Crawford can't do this, Terence Crawford can't do that. But any one of Terence Crawford fights, you see a sold out crowd, but they wasn't talking about that. They was talking about how, marketable I'm not, and that kind of was hurting my career because, a lot of people was looking at me and said, oh yeah, they said he's not marketable. Or they said he's not, don't have a personality, things like that, because I didn't want to do things their way. I didn't want to put on a show. I didn't want to disrespect my opponents when they wasn't disrespecting me. Right. I wasn't, I'm not a guy that, wear jewelry for no reason. I just the things that I didn't want to do that they wanted me to do. They go out there and say, oh, well, they lost money on me. It's just crazy though to see me headline, not one of the largest attending fight. And
Crawford, a legacy isn't just about staying undefeated. It's about who you fought, when you fought them, and how you won. That's why he believes he can challenge Floyd's crown. But Floyd wouldn't stay quiet. True to form, he dismissed Crawford's victory, claiming Canelo wasn't that great. Bud's resume didn't compare, and beating a few top names doesn't make you TBE. Floyd reminded everyone he retired 50-0, earned the biggest paydays in boxing history, and never had his style solved. In his view, Crawford isn't rewriting history. He's just leaning on Floyd's reputation.
There's no fighter that will ever be better than me. There's no fighter that wasn't better than me before me or after me or when I'm long gone.
The most frustrating part came when Floyd dismissed Crawford as irrelevant to his legacy, saying, "When people talk about greatness, they always talk about me. Crawford can't touch what can't be touched." In other words, the asterisk doesn't matter. Floyd believes the king can't be dethroned, only copied.
He had a better defense and all that stuff. But Floyd picked and chose when he fought guys, especially once he left lightweight. He wiped out the junior lights, bring him. Lightweight, he jumps up to Jose Luis Castillo first thing. A lot of people think he lost the first fight, I didn't, but then he won the rematch. But once he left lightweight, he was careful about when he fought guys. So even though his resume is deeper with names, people remember, yeah, but he didn't want it with certain dudes at certain times. Crawford, we all witnessed, even though the resume is thin in certain ways, he wanted it with everyone.
Fight is real. Floyd's reputation is built on perfection. 50-0, never knocked down, always handling pressure, the undisputed pay-per-view king, and the man who turned boxing into a billion-dollar business. Crawford's legacy is defined by the courage to chase greatness. A three-time undisputed, five-division champion, he defeated Spence and Canelo back-to-back at 38, showing no fear, no hesitation, only total control.
When I set my sights on doing something, and I know what I'm capable of, it's not like a surprise to me. It's a surprise to y'all because y'all didn't believe me, you know? But for me, I knew I could do it. And I believed that I could do it. I just needed the opportunity.
Terence, when did you know that you were going to beat him over here on your left?
When he signed the contract.
He seemed to focus mostly on body punches, and you were hitting him in the head a lot. Was it your reach that gave you the advantage?
It was everything. You know, he wasn't hitting the body or anything. He was hitting my elbow because I was blocking it, but you know, I think I was the better man.
The core of this legacy battle is safety versus risk, money versus chasing greatness, and fear versus courage.
The Crawford-Canelo fight, and you had a Cavs hat on. This time you've got a GOAT hat on. Is that how you're feeling? I know it says Muhammad Ali, but is that how you're feeling about Bud's performance, about his whole career?
Yeah, I'm definitely feeling that way, man. Go. Greatest of all time, man. You gotta give it to me. You gotta give it to him. You gotta give it to his coaches, not just me, Saul Red, Bernie, Chet, nutritionists. You know, everybody played a part.
Canelo said he's way better than Mayweather. What do you think to that?
Who, Terence?
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
Floyd will always say he was the smartest and the bravest, but Crawford's words hit hard because, for Floyd, his place in history means more than money.
Canelo could put him as even the greatest of all time. What does that put him in the all-time list, man?
At least top 10.
At least
yeah,
top
10 or top 15, easily, you know? There's guys that we may not know of or heard of, like Henry Armstrong. Simultaneously, he was 3 divisions carrying all 3 weight divisions at the same time.
Which performance was better? I don't like to compare them, but Crawford or Mayweather's over Canelo. Like it's just different.
It's just different styles, different looks, you know? But the punching, the output that he was giving Canelo, definitely.
Take note, Floyd doesn't react like this unless he feels threatened. Crawford is winning more than fights. He's winning respect. Now the pound-for-pound king, he stunned the world by beating Canelo when few expected it, and experts, legends, and rising fighters are calling him one of the greatest of all time.
Who's that?
Robinson is the grill.
Who?
Sugar Ray Robinson.
Man,
That's grill.
I ain't even see that.
I YouTube him, nigga. I YouTube. He on YouTube. Check YouTube.
He was buns.
Nah, it's like
buns. He was buns.
Sugar Ray Robinson is buns. No, you're wilding. We're not standing for that.
Buns.
Listen, it's like this. It's like this. It's like
boxing has evolved, bro.
It has, but I'm saying
and Sugar Ray Robinson didn't even know how to pick his hands up.
Hold up, it's
Go
like
watch
this.
him fight Jake LaMotta. He was hitting that nigga with non-stop hooks. Over and over.
But you're not counting like this. That's like saying Wilt Chamberlain. That's like saying Wilt Chamberlain is not that. If you dominate in the era where you're doing shit that nobody does in the era, nobody was doing that.
Wilt Chamberlain, did they have a 3-point line?
No.
Oh, I don't want to hear about him.
He scored 100 points.
Doing what?
It don't matter what he did. 100 of these, nigga. 100 of these.
That's ass.
On top of that, the numbers speak for themselves. The Netflix fight sold out an arena, trended worldwide, and drew one of the biggest global boxing audiences since Mayweather versus Pacquiao.
No one has ever been a 4-division champion in boxing. Not a real one. Oh, Pacquiao won 8 and Oscar De La Hoya won 11 and this one won 15. No, I'm talking about Ring Magazine champ or lineal champ. You are the champion of that division.
Get them all.
Forever, the record was 3 by Henry Armstrong. Manny Pacquiao was the first dude to really win 4. Floyd gets credit for 4 for beating Canelo, but that wasn't at the junior middleweight limit. I don't count that. I don't count that. Terence Crawford just joined Manny Pacquiao as the only legit 4-division champion in the history of boxing. And he did it by jumping middle. He came lightweight, junior welter. Then he won a belt at junior middle, not the whole championship, and then skipped middle to fight Canelo Alvarez for the undisputed, for the Ring Magazine super middleweight championship of the world, and left no doubts, including with Canelo, who was all.
Floyd didn't clap back because Bud mocked him. He reacted because Bud had stepped fully into the spotlight. The pound-for-pound crown is Bud's, the pay-per-view headlines are Bud's, the stage is Bud's, and for the first time since retirement, people are questioning if Floyd might be second best. Yet Crawford doesn't even want Floyd. He's always admired him, trained with him, and recognized his influence. He never asked for a fight and doesn't need Floyd's approval. That's what makes this different. Bud's words aren't about power or paydays, they're his truth. To him, taking risks, showing courage, and chasing greatness matter more than staying untouchable. Fighting Floyd now wouldn't elevate his career. Floyd is 48, past his prime, and beating him wouldn't add much. Bud's legacy is already secure, and the boxing world is celebrating it.
Never let Canelo get into a rhythm. Terence never allowed Canelo to get anything going, and I didn't think he could do it for 12 rounds. I thought that the first 3 or 4 rounds were going to be difficult for Canelo for that reason, but Terence was able to do it for 12 rounds, and in the later part of the fight, he kind of pushed the fight more than I think people expected, which is the mark of a...
Some say Floyd is right. Records and paydays don't lie, and he's the greatest, unmatched, and untouchable. Others side with Crawford, seeing him as the fearless fighter who did what Floyd wouldn't: take risks, move up in weight, and face anyone, anytime. To them, he's the pound-for-pound king and the true GOAT of this era. Analysts like Max Kellerman agree, saying Crawford's willingness to fight makes him greater than Floyd in important ways, while Floyd, of course, isn't backing down from the challenge.
This guy can do, he can pick and choose who he want to fight. And I'm going to tell y'all the truth about Canelo. Easy, man. Easy. Y'all sitting up here, y'all praising this dude. This dude was nothing. I was almost 40 years old when I cooked this dude. Easy.
Right now, I think Crawford is a little better than Mayweather, but
right now, the fight isn't about Crawford versus Canelo. It's Crawford versus Mayweather's legacy, and that's an even tougher battle. Floyd will keep talking, downplaying Bud's resume, flaunting his 50-0 record, and insisting he's untouchable, maybe even pulling stunts to stay in the spotlight. But Crawford doesn't need to respond. His actions speak for him. Beating Canelo at 38 made history, crowned him pound-for-pound king, and proved his greatness. This isn't fading away. Crawford's words hit Floyd where it hurts most, and now Floyd is scrambling to contain the fire.
Children, all 4 of my children are adults. And I told them, no more handouts. Because I feel like I'm hurting my children just by, I give them money, they go shopping, they put gas in their car, they party, they come back, I need money. I give them money, I buy them houses, I buy them cars. I told them, listen, if you guys go to school or you work in one of my businesses, then you can branch off, get your own business, and I'll put the money up to help you start a business, but I need you guys to take what I've already started and triple and double that, and then I need my grandchildren to come behind you guys.
Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe to Boxing Hub. More content is on the way.